Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned towards the end of the video, because I have a ticker symbol, the EV sector, that you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add it to your watch list. It's below $10, sitting at around $7 to $8 right now, I believe, and there's so much potential moving forward if that company can prove themselves and take up that market share that they're trying to obtain. And they're actually focusing on a smaller niche than regular consumers, but stay tuned for all that information. So here we are, Gsat, the company that's partnering up with Nokia, the partnering up with Qualcomm. Qualcomm wants to work with one of their modems to go ahead and send signals for the 5G, and it's pretty interesting for Globalstar Inc. to be so low of price and have so much potential, and coming from a penny stock and so many institutional investors loading up on this. I mean, there's potential here. We've seen it reach $3. I mean, could it reach it again? We'll have to see. But let's look at our resistance and support. It had a nice run today, and it's actually almost trying to break through those points back here that are very important. So we're going to look at that in just a moment. So 169 is where we sit. The 50-day moving average here is 161. Anything above that is bullish. Anything below that is bearish. And our support is actually right here. I will look at that very closely, and that's 162. Keep that in mind. 162. And if that gets broken through and the 50-day moving average gets broken through down here at 161, your next support would be down here at 157. And you definitely want to see how the bulls are reacting within these areas, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware. There's both sides. There's the bulls, there's the bears. Bulls push it up, bears push it down. We want to be aware and prepared. So the first thing I want you to realize is that we are in bullish territory, but this 50-day moving average has been catching up to the price pretty fast, and the price keeps on pushing itself up. But the bulls need to really break through resistance coming up the next coming days. If not, this could catch up to the price fairly quickly. So what I want you guys to pay close attention to, if all these different supports are kind of too broad for you way down here, pay close attention to this point right here at 166 or even 167, give or take, to go ahead and pay close attention to how the stock is reacting within that area, and if the bulls can try to reappear before going any lower, or are the bears necessarily just gaining control and tearing it down fairly quickly. So you want to keep that in mind as well. This is all bullish territory, but you want to watch it carefully. Now our resistance up here is the highest point reached, and that's 176. And if I zoom out, it's slightly above the recent high and then the dip, which was 175. So there was a pretty big rejection there. And if you look at this, this was 3 candlesticks in the process before a rejection. This one turned out to be 2 candlesticks, and a rejection has formed. Hopefully this is a consolidation and not a big rejection like we saw here. So we need to watch it very carefully. That's why I've dissected the chart tremendously for you guys. But yeah, 175 was a rejection point. We saw it again, and now the bulls need to break through not only through 175 but 176 and break away from it to reach newer highs and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. So you want to keep these points of reference in mind. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end, because I do have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add it to your watch list. Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Share it with a friend if you find it helpful and informative, and to stay tuned towards the end of this video, because we have another ticker symbol to talk about, and a lot of analysis ratings are looking pretty good, and articles are even stating that it's going to be the stock of the decade. So if you don't have the stock of the decade on your watch list, you definitely want to stay tuned on in for that information, and I hope you guys find it helpful and informative and interesting. That ticker symbol is going to be pretty revolutionizing in its sector and so forth. But let's talk more about what we want to look at here. So what is the stock here that has so much potential? It's a penny stock, and it is stock AYRO, Arrow, okay, Arrow stock. Now, who are they? Well, they are trying to be a zero emissions company to do the future of delivery, which is, you could see these small little trucks here. You can see them in the background. They're trying to be more in like the golf courses, like the hospitality, and then also doing like little food trucks and stuff like that, shaping the whole entire industry of delivering small packages or anything like that locally, probably is what I'm trying to see here. That's what they're really focusing on and trying to do a zero carbon footprint initiative, right? That's their true goal. You can kind of see the golf course here kind of style, and then you can kind of see in the background it looks like a campus. So when we go down here, they're looking to be in campuses, hotels and resorts, food and beverage retail, and probably even the government. And that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. So if they go ahead and get into this initiative and jump on the boat with what their goal is, which we're going to look at an article right now, they're already incorporating themselves into the government, and it's going to change the way things are delivered and done. And this Arrow company right here, this little cart right here, reminds me of Solo. Remember Solo? You can imagine that Solo probably has more power than this one and so forth, but this company here is working their way to making vehicles that last a little bit longer, because right now a lot of their vehicles go up to like probably 50 miles and up to probably 100, like you could see here, that they're trying to be in the 100 top cities. So this is going to be something where people can even rent these and drive around, have fun. I don't know. It's almost like being in a golf court or a go-kart around the city, right? That's what they're trying to do. Now, I don't know how much miles this one can do. The Solo, I don't know if you guys have heard about it before. It could do a little bit more, and it has a little bit of power. But, I mean, this company here is really taking a shot and trying to be in the EV sector. And this is the EV penny stock right now that has so much potential. Obviously, you're placing a bet on it because it still has a lot of room to grow or do a lot to prove itself. But what it's trying to do so far is pretty interesting. And let's look at institutional ownership. So institutional ownership is pretty interesting. But before we look at that, I want you guys to see here how the common stocks are being awarded to insiders, right? You can see here, these are directors and so forth. They're all receiving awards right now. You can see how many shares they change by, how many are remaining. Very interesting that they're all being awarded since the middle of last year and throughout the past as well. But since the middle of last year all the way till now, you could see a lot of these awards going on in October, December, and then right now in February, a lot of them have been awarded. So they're being granted shares. They're being paid by shares. So there's some reason behind this. It's to motivate those directors, those workers, to keep on pushing forward, grow the company, and also be rewarded through shares. That's the whole point of that, right? It's going ahead and doing that. So let's go ahead and look at institutional ownership. So there's some big players here that own big amounts, but from even the past, all the way back in 2012, 15, 16, 18, 19, and 2021, there's a few that have loaded up, and you can see here the 2021 have loaded up the most. And you can see here in February, it's where it's happened. 1 million, 1 million, 3 million. Very interesting. So we have Vanguard, Morgan and Stanley here. We have even BlackRock, all in this recent buying and holding positions. So a lot of new buying positions have happened. Some have closed out. You could see that. But there's a lot more green, right? And you can even see here almost 2 million going on. You could see Vanguard on the 12th of February. They loaded up right there, almost 300,000 shares. Let's just say it. And they could go ahead and load up more and reach or surpass 300,000. And you could see others here loading up their positions as well. All these last several months, from like January till now in February. And you could see BlackRock here owning 250. They could probably break through the 300,000 as well. And when we come up here, you can see that Vanguard owns other positions as well in other indexes. And I really like Morgan and Stanley being here and surpassing Vanguard's and BlackRock's position because they're a lot more conservative and they're being pretty bullish right now. So pretty interesting to me. Obviously, it's not large amounts, but there's institutional investors taking a shot at it. So that says a lot about the company. Definitely go check out the website. AYRO.com will take you right to it, or you can just look at arrow.com, or website on Google, and it should pop up, give you so much more information about the insight, the outlook of the company, and what they're trying to do. And I mean, I could see people even purchasing these little guys here that we were looking at that looked like the Solo car for, just driving around the city close by and not really doing a lot of emissions or going really far. And it's a small charging amount of capability to get that full charge, probably, since it's such a small cart. And it'll probably drive you a few distances here and there. And we'll have to see the top speed as well, if it could be on the roads. But like I said, this is so game changing. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts on it. And let's look here at the chart. So the chart started to pick up some steam here back in October, and it ran up to $11, came back down to $5, ran back up to 11. So 11 seems to be, a rejection point. If it could break through that, we could see this break out to newer highs, and it pulled right back down to almost $4, and it's running back up to 7. This stock here is showing some consolidation though from these lows down here of $2, and even down here again $2. So far there is some strength of not retouching these lows and showing itself some strength at the $4 range. If it can stay above $4, I think this stock has potential, and if it can even hold up above 5, even better. And it could finally break through 11 if catalyst and potential continues to push this upwards. I mean, that's going to be a good sign. Now, earnings in the past, when you look at it, I can't pick it up here. It's not letting me. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Earnings in the past has been a little bit negative, and we could see over here as well, negative. And then right here, let's see what their estimate is. It's 0.10. If they can beat it, that might be a good sign for the company. If they do worse, it could probably pull down the stock a little bit. So earnings is coming up soon. So there's no better time than now to have this on your watch list to look out for opportunities. Obviously, institutional ownership is not so bullish. You could see that they're not having that much above the millions, especially big banks. But when you look at other institutional investors, they're taking a bet on it above $1 million, and you can see it right here by these other institutional investors. This one right here is owning up to $4 million. I mean, I could see so much going on for the future of this company. Early on, it's going to have its hiccups. It's small. It needs to prove itself. People need to adapt to it and like it and want it and realize it's worth it, and it's going to change the industries that they're trying to go ahead and get into, and it's just going to make everything so much more different. And you can literally see here like a janitor working. I mean, I can definitely see a janitor driving one of these around instead of being gas, zero emissions, all electric, EV completely. And I mean, with the way things are changing, every little detail of zero emissions with the zero carbon footprint is going to make a big difference in the world and in the communities and just in this sector of the EV sector. I look forward to seeing what you guys really think about it. Comment down below how you feel about it. Have you done some research on it? Did you know about it before seeing this video?